A long time ago, before the prequels, in a galaxy far, far away, there lived a completely original superhero who went by the name of... Now you may be wondering, where in the world did our Jedi hero grow up? Well, a unique planet with 2 suns that's covered in desert. Definitely not Tatooine though, that would be plagiarism. The story goes on to explain that the galaxy is under the rule of this dude, known as the Emperor.
I love democracy.
And the Emperor lives on this space station called the I Tried My Best star, which is capable of planetary devastation. I love how they gave the Death Star a pair of eyes, a nose, and a little goatee, just to add a bit of humanity to the otherwise space station of death. Turns out our hero is currently training on Endor. And before you dismiss this as just another shitty remake, let me tell you, this show has taken Star Wars to the next fucking level. Because instead of Rey, Luke, or even Anakin Skywalker, we have Mace Hindu, a distant cousin of Samuel L. Jackson. And in this version, his teacher is none other than Count Dooku.
Twice the pride, double the fall.
If you thought Avengers Endgame was an ambitious crossover, wait till you see the characters here. We have R2-3PO, the answer to everyone's question regarding what would happen if R2-D2 dicked 3PO.
Possible, Joe.
Also present in the audience is Gandalf the Grey. Voldemort's Death Eaters are also here, just chilling. The Jedi training continues. Willy Wonka's Oompa Loompas are like, hurry up and fight already, but they both stay in a stalemate because neither of them wants to give up the high ground.
I have the high ground.
They make a leap for it and keep fighting. Oompa Loompas are like, hey, move out of the sun, we can't see shit. The Force is clearly strong in both of these cunts. They show off their amazing choreography. Mace wins the fight, and since Palpatine isn't here to tell him to do it, he puts his lightsaber away. He's like, you taught me well, Dooku. Dooku's like, good shit, son. You're well on your way to becoming a Sith Lord. Mace is like, gee, thanks. Dooku goes on to explain how Mace Hindu is the boy of prophecy who will destroy the Empire and definitely not join it. Meanwhile, this random dude is like, I also want to overthrow the Empire. I hear the Emperor has a daughter. His mates are like, yo, why don't we just kidnap her? Dude's like, I'm 2 steps ahead of you. I've already hired the best bounty hunter around these parts. Meet Tango Jet. His mates are like, yep, he'll do. Let's go get him. Count Dooku shows up to the Empire dressed up like Gandalf the White. He goes on to address the Senate of the Empire. At least they kept some form of democracy in this galactic empire.
I love democracy.
All the members are like, Sieg Heil, glory to the Empire. Dooku starts giving the speech of a lifetime. It's nice to see Death Eaters and rodents getting along. Dooku's like, it doesn't matter what we look like. It's what's inside us that counts. We are all one. These two seem pretty stoked with that statement. It feels like something's missing in this adaptation. Something really important. Where is Darth Vader? Vader's like, ever since I lost my eye in that tragic accident, I'm just not the same fighter I used to be. Dude's like, come on, I want to marry the Emperor's daughter and overthrow the Empire. Surely help us out, come on. I know you like killing not only the children, but the woman too. Vader's like, yeah, alright, I'll see what I can do. Meanwhile, Princess Amidala shows up and turns out she's the Emperor's daughter. Emperor is like, it's about time we got you married off to the leader of another galaxy so I can get stronger. She's like, no, I don't wanna. Nice to see some stereotypes remain, even in galaxies far, far away. I wonder what Tango Jet's been up to. Meanwhile, this dude is like, my lord, this guy called Tango Jet killed our entire air force and landed on our ship. I think he wants to abduct your daughter. Emperor's like, for fuck's sake.
The Jedi are taking over.
The Emperor gets overthrown by this dude. He's like, yo, where's your daughter? I'm gonna marry her and become the next Emperor. Emperor's like, I'll never tell you. Dude's like, tough luck, cunt. I'm gonna marry your daughter anyway. But my man clearly didn't do his research because the Princess of Naboo travels around with at least 7 lookalikes. He's like, which one is the real one? I can't marry a fake, otherwise I'll never be accepted as the Emperor. Darth Vader and Tango show up. Dude's like, if the real Slim Shady does not stand up within the next minute, I'm gonna blow the Emperor's brains out. She's like, okay, I'm the real Slim Shady. Dude takes her away. Later that day, Dooku is like, hey Mace, as much as I hate the Empire, the new Emperor is even more of a cunt. Can you help bring back the Emperor's kidnapped daughter so that this new lunatic doesn't become the boss of us? He's like, yeah, alright, I haven't got much going on at the moment. Meanwhile, back at the Emperor's place,
माया, तुम फौरन अपने असली रूप में आ जाओ। ये मजाक का समय नहीं है।
the girls are all laughing because the lunatic dude actually kidnapped the wrong princess, and the real princess is like, hey guys, I kind of feel shit about this, maybe we should go save her. Meanwhile, lunatic dude is getting multiple Skype calls like, hey, congratulations on the engagement, glad to hear the kidnapping went well. He's like, gee, thanks guys. The transmission ends, he makes his way to see his newly kidnapped bride. The lookalike spell wears off and she's like, oh shit, he's about to find out we duped his ass and I'm not the real princess. Cut to another galaxy where this lady is the Emperor. The princess posse are like, hey, we need your help. Our decoy princess was kidnapped and is being forced into marriage. She's like, Christ guys, it's the year 3800. How the fuck is human trafficking still a thing in your galaxy? Fine, I'll call my husband. He handles all the military stuff. Husband dude shows up and plays the transmission of the girl's brain. Princesses are like, help me galaxy neighbors. You guys are my only hope. Meanwhile, back at the lunatic dude's lair, one of his henchmen are like, sir, you know the girl you kidnapped? That's not the real princess. Dude's like, no fucking way. She ends up being imprisoned. Lunatic dude shows up and is like, if I can't have the princess, then no one can. He draws his lightsaber, but just in the nick of time, dude from the other galaxy comes in to save the day. They fight it out, but dude ends up getting his ass kicked. Reinforcements arrive. Darth Vader's like, yo man, we should get out of here. There's too many of them to take. They fly away and decide to kidnap the princess another day. Meanwhile, this wizard dude is like, why don't we just use chemical warfare instead of lightsabers to overtake the Empire? This girl's like, hey, you know what? That's not a bad idea. And the episode ends. How long is this thing? 91 fucking episodes of this? Yeah, I don't know how many views are worth succumbing myself to this kind of torture. But this shit's still more entertaining than the sequels. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, you can support me on Patreon or message me on Insta or Twitter. Sure.